Bang, boys, we are back. Got another video that a lot of you guys probably need because this is just going to be the basis on how to make people like you. This is just basic communication skills. I can tell you from personal experience that these have changed my life. These are the specific principles that I follow, but I did not come up with. These are from people a lot smarter than me. This is mainly from the book I read by Carnegie, How to Win Friends and Influence People. And this is one of the most influential books I've read. And I can say that it's changed my life, it's changed my relationships, and it's helped out a lot. So use these principles to your advantage. I'm going to go through it all really quickly. I highly recommend that you read the book though, but I'm going to speed run through all of this, and these are pretty applicable. So let's get right into it. So my credentials is that I read this book, and I also, for a while, I would re-look at these principles every morning just to make sure that I remembered them all. So I know these pretty well, and we're just going to go through all the principles. The first principles is just to say people's names. So when you're talking to someone, you're saying people's names in the conversation. Don't oversay their names, but use it as much as possible, because this is everyone's favorite word, is their own name. I don't exactly know the science behind it, but it's definitely proven that when you say people's names, it makes them like you more. So don't overuse this one. Obviously, don't force it in the conversation, but when you can, just fit it in. It will make a big difference. I've definitely noticed it. So that's the first principle. Second principle is going to be not criticizing or complaining. And this one is really, really hard. I'm going to be honest, especially from me, someone who is very critical of people and very complainy. But when you criticize or when you complain about someone, you think that you're maybe teaching them something by criticizing them. But even if you say win the argument and they agree with you, part of them is going to slightly resent you. So it kind of does suck that you can't really criticize people, and I know people are gonna be like, oh, I can take criticism just fine. Well, I know you think you do, but a little bit of yourself resents the person who criticizes you. So if you really do want to fix someone's behavior, it talks about that in the book, but you kind of have to teach them themselves, or criticism can work over time, but it will make people not like you as much. This can be used to, you can criticize people a little bit more with people that you are closer with, obviously, but just keep that in the back of your mind that it does make people not like you as much. So yeah. Next principle is giving honest appreciation. Not faking appreciation, but when someone genuinely does something nice for you, telling them you actually appreciate it. And this one may seem obvious, but sometimes we forget. And it's just really important that if someone does something nice for you, just genuinely show appreciation. Don't flatter them, but this is something that you probably think you're doing all the time, but I guarantee you're forgetting about it. So just always give honest appreciation when someone does something nice to you. The fourth principle is going to be talking about what they want. So no one really cares about you. People just want to talk about themselves and their interests. So whatever they're interested in, whatever they're talking about, just pretend that's what you want to talk about as well. This is how people are going to be oh, I really hit it off with that person, but it's just because you were just talking about what they wanted to. This is probably the biggest thing. If you take one takeaway from this video, it's just talk about what other people want. This is just to I guess make friends in the first place, but obviously once you get closer friends, you don't always have to do this, but these are just principles that you can use to leverage. I don't expect you to always implement these, but just use these to your advantage. So this is a very important one. Just talk about what other people want. Next up we've got is smile. And this one can be hard for some people, but I definitely notice this in my day-to-day. When someone's smiling, even just walking by someone smiles, it really is contagious, and it actually makes people puts them in a better mood. It makes you seem more approachable, friendly, less conceiving. So this is can be hard, but don't force it. But just the more you smile, especially if you're doing a job interview per se, this you should always be doing. It's hard, but just try and implement this one as much as you can. Smile as much as you can. Just be happy, and also if you aren't happy and you smile, you are going to feel a little bit better. So sort of fake it till you make it almost, but that's principle number 5. Next principle we've got is listening. And this is super important. Let people talk about themselves. This kind of goes into this talk about what they want, but that is because what a lot of people want to talk about is themselves. Everyone's favorite subject is themselves. this is also this ties into like this one, so like these are both the biggest takeaways. But talk about other people. Like, all people want to do is talk about themselves. It's everyone's favorite subject. Everyone's selfish. No one cares about you. Everyone only cares about themselves. It's just how humans work, and there's gonna be a lot of people being like, oh no, like that's not true, people genuinely care about me. And like, to a certain degree, yeah, but everyone mainly cares about themselves, unless it's like your family or like your girlfriend. But just know this, use this to your advantage. Obviously, don't just like use all this shit to manipulate people, but be a good listener, ask questions. This is going to be the biggest thing if you're trying to make friends or just make people like you. The next thing is making people feel important. So everyone wants this, and you can't just fake this though. Like, you need to make people feel important and mean it, like sincerely. Especially, this is really applicable in the workplace. Like, make your boss and the people above you like feel super important. Humble yourself, like put your ego down, and this will go a long way. Like, even for people that are dumber than you, like, you can be smarter than by killing your ego and using them to get what you want by just like pretending like they're so much better than you. Like, you don't actually have to think it, but this is, again, it's just something that you can use to your advantage, and it's very useful. And then a little bonus tip, this is from later in the book. Those were the main principles, but this is from later in the book, and this is something that I have come to figure out. You can't really win an argument, which I know this sucks. I mean, technically you can win an argument, but the reason why I say you can't win an argument is because even if you prove your point right and the other people agree, it's going to go back to the not criticizing or complaining. People are going to resent you more. They're not going to like you for winning the argument. So really, you've lost because you made someone resent you a little bit more. Like, the only way to truly win an argument is to avoid it. And yeah, that's all I'm going to leave with you. So just to recap, the main things that you're going to want to do is just talk about other people, talk about what they want to talk about, and those are the most important ones, to be honest. So pick one of these, use it today, like just put it into practice. That's the only way you're going to get any use out of these videos, is if you actually put these into practice. So pick one of these today. I suggest this one, like just talk about other people's, and I can guarantee that your life is going to improve if you apply these principles. That's it for the video. If you got something valuable, please leave a like, please subscribe. If you have any questions or any video recommendations, feel free to leave a comment, and I hope you guys have a blessed day.